This is One on One.
That's some wild stuff. That's from Bedlam.
Yes.
This is Edmund Lewis, actor with Bedlam. Bedlam is a theater company.
That's correct.
Based where?
Yeah, here in New York. It was founded in 2012 by Eric Tucker, who is our artistic director. He's also an actor in the company and the director of all the productions, and Andrus Nichols, who's an actor. And our first production was George Bernshaw's St. Joan, done with 4 actors playing 24 characters.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That put us on the map.
How's that work?
Wow, I have to give credit to Eric Tucker, our director. He really had an amazing vision. He had actually done the show with 3 actors in L.A. a couple of years previous to that.
Playing more roles.
1 woman and the 2 men played all the men.
Oh.
Yeah, and so this production, he said, I'll make it a little easier. I'll add 1 more actor. So it was 3 men and 1 woman, Andrus Nichols, who's amazing, and another guy named Tom O'Keefe, who was the other actor in the show. And it was basically, you know, about stripped down storytelling and just telling the story as well as we could and with as much immediacy as we could, and having the audience very close in, and everyone kind of moves around in the show. The audience, you begin the show kind of looking at the stage as you normally would a normal play. And then after that, people go, initially in our first production, people went to the lobby to have, for intermission, and we actually walk in our costumes for the next scene and told people to just kind of relax. We're going to do a scene here, and then we
Get out of here.
Yeah, yeah.
You did the scene where people are having a beer?
Yes, and yes, because basically the first part of the play took place in France, and to transmit the idea that now we're in England, he was like, we're literally in another place, and people just loved it. It was just something they'd never seen before.
Simple but ingenious.
Yeah, and then we brought them back into the theater, and that it had been transformed during the previous scene into the cathedral, and it was a different place, and it was, you know.
You know, it's fascinating to me is theater. I mean, Georgette, our producer who brought you in.
That's great.
I mean, she's introduced us to so many people who are connected to Broadway.
Right.
Right, so many great actors. And,
Sure.
After we had the young man from SpongeBob, I went to see SpongeBob, which was great.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking elaborate.
Yeah.
What's his name again? Ethan Slater.
That's
Sorry,
correct.
Fred. That kid's good.
Yeah.
Here's my point. That wasn't cheap.
No.
I'm watching it going, this is big. There's all kinds of scene changes and all kinds of, you know, special
was some
effects.
money. Yeah,
some money.
some
So
money.
you guys different?
Very much so. You know, it's expensive to produce theater, and we want to do so. But you know, we don't have huge amounts of money. We don't have Broadway money. So
Do you need big money to put on great theater? Do you need big money to put on great theater?
Do we need big money to put on great theater? No. I mean, we not only ourselves, but.
So hold on one second. Did you guys just put on the boat? That's a boat from Peter Pan?
That's a pool, a kiddie pool. Correct.
Okay, you're answering my question.
Yeah.
But go ahead. But you used it. It's supposed to be a boat?
No. It's a kiddie pool on stage.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
In Peter Pan?
That's correct.
Okay, so you can be real creative without spending a lot of money.
Very much so. Yeah, and that's how the group has been since the beginning. I mean, there have been a couple of shows where they might be more costumed than the last shows, but even in that respect, it's the simplest costumes, not much of a set. Tables, some chairs, some hats, some glasses. And just knowing how to tell the story well and in a way that's new and exciting, and people respond to it.
What's 12th Night and the climax, if you will, of the play?
Oh yes, well in 12th Night we had 5 actors, and we were again playing multiple roles. And in the early part of the play, we were lucky in that, you know, if we were playing a couple of different characters, they appeared in different scenes, so it was a little easier. But at the climax of the play, There we go. Yes, yes. At the climax of the play, almost all of the characters appear on stage at the same time. So we had to figure out how are we gonna do this, and it just ends up being a free-for-all. Like we acknowledge the fact that, okay, we're 6 actors playing 17 different people, so we know this, and so why don't we just have fun with this? And we're all kind of in a circle formation on stage, and we start kind of throwing hats at each other and glasses at each other, and we turn into characters, and we all play every character in the show in this one segment, and it was really fun. It was great. It was amazing. Am I spoiled? I'm very spoiled in Bedlam.
I don't mean that in a bad way.
No. It's not at all. Very much so, because I get to work with people that I'm extremely fond of and do really good work for a really amazing company that put itself on the map very quickly. It's only been about 5 years or so.
Wow.
And it's lovely to work with these people. So.
Before I let you out of here, you're from Massachusetts.
That's correct, yeah.
I'm sorry for asking this thing to every great actor who comes in. When did you know?
Oh, I think it was quite young. I wanted to be a singer first. I was in 3rd grade when I did my first play. And
all right, what was it?
It was in elementary school. It was a bunch of different
What was the play?
scenes.
What's the name of it? Did it have a name?
No. It wasn't actually a play.
Oh, look at you. You can't even do a regular play. It's even got to be Bedlam back then.
No. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was a bunch of scenes and music from various Broadway plays, but I remember it was Oliver, and I did Consider Yourself at Home with all the other orphans, and I really knew how to welcome Oliver in. Much more so than a lot of the other kids.
What did it feel like?
That kid.
What did it feel like on stage? 3rd grade. Got 30 seconds left. Go ahead.
It was just exciting. I was like, oh, I can do this. I just kind of intuitively was like, oh, this is fun, and I know how to do this, and it makes me feel good. And
now you're at Bedlam. Tell everyone again where it is.
Well, Bedlam, actually, we just closed our last show, but we will be doing a pairing of Romeo and Juliet and Uncle Vanya.
Where's it located?
Coming fall. I
just New York. Oh, you don't have your own space. You're all over the place.
Yes, we're all over. We don't have a space
see what
yet.
I mean? Nothing
different.
Conventional.
Yeah, exactly.
It's great stuff. Thank you so much. Wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Catch you next time, folks.
Thank you.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the CAUCUS Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by the New Jersey Education Association, University Hospital, Johnson & Johnson, the law firm of Gibbons, P.C., the Healthcare Foundation of New Jersey, Wells Fargo, and by Seton Hall University. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.